Hello, Michael Kahn, author, journalist, and revolutionary. Okay, I just finished giving you most of my autobiography. This is lesson number 4, chapter number 4. Just want to go over a few things I learned in church and with my Christian brethren. I learned to check Bible out myself. I studied it for 10,000 hours, created 350 Bible studies as the greeter in my church, one of the pillars of the church. I came against the whole church. I'm not just talking about the church I belong to, but the whole Christianity. A little bit like Luther's 11 points, 10 points. I gave some also, and I came against the hypocrisy of pastors and the wrong teaching, doctrines. Came in like a hammer on the nails, and I tried to take down my pastor Jonathan Kahn, just to expose him for being a phony. He was not a phony. Yes, he didn't follow biblical rules exactly, but like the Bible says, the letter kills, the spirit gives life. It is not about the Bible. The Bible is a cult book of lies, wrong values, contradictions, and wrong worldviews, and as well occult, magic, and spells. So if he didn't follow the Bible exactly well, good. Yes, he kicked me out of the church because he thought I was trying to take it over. No, it was not. I thought I was given a mission by God and recruited a lot of the church leadership not to go against him or take him away from him, but to have a mission I thought was from God, that it was going to go to urban areas and help the poor and evangelize to them. So it is what it is. In the church, I had a lot of Christian friends, a lot of brethren, and they all treated me like gold. Yeah, they insulted me, sometimes, but as a rule, they were very kind to me. I was to them also. There was a great relationship. It's only after I learned later the true nature of the faith, the true, the nature of their what they do behind closed doors, what we don't know about. But that's everybody does these things. Christians, yes, they're holy, supposed to be holy and pure and all that. They're in a realm that makes it very difficult. Um, yes, I came against it for years. I saw the Bible's error. I thought they all followed it, not knowing how bad it was, and I had to enlighten them. People don't go by believing like I do. They're well aware it's full of lies. They're well aware of the drugs it is, the symbolism. It's an opiate. It is not a real teaching. It's an opiate of the masses. So basically, the pastors are like drug dealers, and they mislead the people. Yeah, and they work for the Vatican. Yeah, they all do. However, it is not the people's fault. When I debunk the Bible, none of my Christian friends would answer my emails or calls. They wanted me to recover on my own from Christianity and the spell I was in. They didn't want to influence me. They wanted to give me the independence, to have the pride that I lifted myself out of poverty, out of destitution myself, as I certainly did and was able to. My Christians gave me a background of nurturing and love, and I will give them credit for that. I will apologize for having dissed them for 2 years or so due to them abandoning me. I learned my independence. I learned to think of my own, to stand on my own 2 feet without the help of others, and that's fine. I've come to terms with it, and I see that they gave me many openings to learn that. I had mentoring pastors. One of them, John Fasaro, he helped me create Bible studies, and he yelled at me and chastised me to give me courage to stand back and to fight, to reason my own cause, and to defend myself from critics, even authorities. He showed me that the authority has its faults also, that it is not so holy and good as it claims to be, or so correct as it claims to be. It does not have the power it claims to. He taught me to defy when the authority is wrong, even ones I respect much and listen to. They are not always right, and to challenge it and to stand on my own 2 feet, not irrespective of what authority says. If I'm right, I will stand up against authority. I also learned to debate. Debating. I had debates with other scholars, And they came against me every which way, the low road, the high road. And I learned to always take the high road. But do not be afraid to basically call a spade and be truthful. My bulletproof vest is my righteousness. I have the breastplate of righteousness, which is basically my goodness and all the good works I've done and all my good intentions and my motivation, my good works, my ethics. All that is like a bulletproof vest. As long as I stay within the righteous realm and do what's right and good for all people, I cannot be defeated. And I learned that through this. And when I found that every pastor was a lying hypocrite, that they basically had this foundation of truth, the Bible was not true, that they know this, and they teach the Bible as being true, knowing full well it isn't. It taught me to come against authority. The people I trusted most, the pastors, were liars and hypocrites. And then I looked at the police, liars and brutes. I looked into scientists, so-called doctors, money-hungry, incompetent fools. I looked into the education system, the professors. Teach you to memorize, don't teach you to challenge and think analytically. I saw all this, and I learned to be free thinking, to have confidence that I can, even without a college education, I can defeat people with doctorates in my knowledge when I research and think clearly and freely. I learned to be a true scientist. I seek ultimate knowledge and truth, with courage to defy what everybody accepts as true when I know it isn't. I learned to stand alone against all odds. When I have truth and knowledge on my side, I cannot lose. I learned all this as being a student of the Bible and of the church, and one who had his own ministry, and who had mentoring pastors who basically fell by the wayside when I exceeded what they did. My knowledge excelled theirs, and my righteousness also. Now I stand against the whole Vatican and the globalists and all the armies and secret intelligence and police with the people beside me. We stand against evil, against authority, against lies and deception, manipulations, exploitation, and oppressions, against manipulations, against gas and poison, against lovers of ease and money and of taking a shortcut to riches, against people who like to exploit others and lie and deceive and manipulate. This world is full of them. People are bought. People want the glitter and the shiny stuff rather than the real true worthy, the real true valuable things. People look for appearances and for pats on the back and for flattery and for confirmation and affirmation instead of truth. If you're on the side of truth and righteousness and do what is right and good, what is healthy and wholesome over what is shiny and glittery, join with me as we lead on to a new civilization, a new dawn after we fight and battle through the whole night. Victory will be ours, I certainly hope. I cannot assure it. I don't pretend to know the future. The enemy is huge. Oh, he is big enemy. He taunts us and he calls out our doom. But like David, let us fight back and win this war. I call on you to join the warrior class, to join resistance, to join revolution, to join the rebellious against the evil powers running under the Jolly Roger. Michael Kahn, author, journalist, and revolutionary in a call to arms. Battle against the people who put on airs and pretend to be all-knowing, all good, and all-powerful. They ain't.